Hey guys, it's Megan. Welcome back to my home library. Today we are going to do the intimidating TBR book tag. Okay, but first, yeah, I cannot stop watching Ryan Hall. Like, if you've never watched Ryan Hall, y'all, if you like storms at all, he's a storm, not storm chaser, but I mean, he does have storm chasers on his channel. But anyway, I'm watching the Hurricane Melissa. Oh my gosh, it's happening right now. Like the biggest hurricane in the Atlantic to hit, to make landfall ever. And I love storms. I'm not usually a huge hurricane person. I'm more of a tornado person myself, but I am all about it because it is groundbreaking, like record breaking. So anyway, I am really distracted by that. So we're going to put Ryan Hall away for right now and pull up the book tag. And then also our drink of the video today is Dr. Pepper Zero. I already had some of a green monster, so I've had a lot of caffeine already. It's not going to stop me from having another sip though. Okay, so today let's talk intimidating books for various reasons that they are intimidating. So the first question is a book on your TBR pile that you haven't finished because it's kind of intimidating. And okay, I've got a stack of books here. So sorry if I kind of shake the camera trying to get to them, but honestly, I'm going to say The Fall of Babel by Josiah Bancroft. This is the most intimidating book that I have started and have not finished. I'm about, I don't know, a fourth of the way, I think, somewhere around there, like 200 or so pages in, 250. And the reason that I'm so intimidated by this book, well, one, of course, it's massive. The font is itty bitty. It is 600 and some pages, but with the tiniest font known to man. It's like a super, super long audiobook. And the reason I'm intimidated by this is because it's book 4 of a series, the Sinless of Sins, like Books of Babel series. And I have the other ones right back here. I liked the first one decently enough. I gave it like 3.5 stars. We know this story. I've told this story so many times. Book 2, I loved, 4.5 stars. Did not like book 3, gave it like 2 stars. So I'm afraid I won't like this one for 1. And 2, it's been so long that I forgot what happened. So what am I supposed to do? I cannot read those 3 books again. I guess I could read a plot summary of them, maybe. I don't know, but I have to find a good plot summary that really tells in depth like what happened. And I'd already started this one, but I don't remember anything. So I have to start over. And the characters are all divided right now, doing their own thing. And I only care about one of the storylines more so than the other one, really. And I remember it's broken up weird. So like the part that I read so far is about a character that I do not care about. And so we're finally like part 1, yeah, about Adam. And I just do not care about Adam that much. I want to get back to like the main character, Sinlin. And the whole first part, like 200 pages, is about Adam. So anyway, there's just many reasons why this book is the one book on my TBR. Oh man, it's dusty. Like it is dusty on the top. My nose is itching now. I'm covered in dust from this book. That means I definitely need to read it. So that is on the list. I will get to it one day. The next one is a book you just haven't had time to read yet. I'm going to go with Dungeon Crawler Carl because it is so on my radar. But honestly, the main reason, it's not because I haven't had time. It's just it's not the right time. It's because it's not seasonally appropriate, right? It's been like spooky season. I've been reading scary books and thrillers and mysteries and whatnot. And this has just not been the one to read. And it's kind of like funny, fantasy, adventure. Everybody's talking about it. There's somebody I know from school that like loves it and desperately thinks I would like it and wants me to read it. So I really just need to read it and it will be done. And I have the audiobook. It's ready to go. I was just waiting till after Halloween to read it. So I think here like in November, it's going to be top priority. So I do want to read it. It's just not been the right time until now. Okay, the next one is a book you haven't read yet because it's a sequel. Well, I mean, the first one was like that too, but I'm going to say Into the Dark by Magnolia Parks. This is book 5, like it's the last book in the series. It's technically book 3 of Magnolia Parks, but it's 5 books overall in the Magnolia Parks universe. And I like the Daisy Hates books better, which is books 2 and 4. And Magnolia Parks is 1, 3, and 5. But this is the last Magnolia Parks. And it's huge. And I'm like, why? I'm so tired of Magnolia and BJ. It's like they are just really this toxic relationship that's just all drama. And like they're clearly going to get together in the end. I think this one they even get married. I don't know. Yeah, are they engaged? Yeah, they're planning the wedding of the century. I don't know. It's not even a spoiler because like clearly from all the books they're going to get together. It's just dramatic and there's always something going on. They're always cheating on each other. And I don't even know why I like this. It's like Gossip Girl, but more for adults. And so I just need to read it. I mean, it's super duper long though. It's 700 pages, people. 700. 699, 701, 703. Yeah, it is over 700 pages. Why do we need 700 pages of these 2 characters and their drama? I don't know. But anyway, it's very pretty. It's the prettiest, I think, of all of them. I did buy them all. I think I put them on my shelf somewhere. Where did I put them? Oh, they're way up here. I don't know if you can even see them. Probably not. But yeah, I will finish it one day. Number 4 is a book you haven't read because it's brand new. Now, I wouldn't say brand new, but I think it came out in April and it's right now October. So, I mean, it came out this year, just a few months ago. And that is Gifted and Talented by Olivia Blake. This has been on my radar for a while. I honestly don't remember what it's about. Clearly, it's about people that are gifted and talented, so that sounds fun. I think it's dark academia kind of setting, which is not always my favorite. I think it would be, it should be, and I love The Secret History by Donna Tartt, but I just don't think that this is going to be the book for me. But I loved the first half of, is it over here too? Where's that book? Oh, I guess I don't even own it. Masters of Death. I loved Masters of Death, the first half, and then I didn't really like the second half as much. I tried reading the Atlas 6 and didn't like it. And then this book, Gifted and Talented, has a 3.56 on Goodreads. So I don't think it's going to be very good. So that's probably another reason that I've put it off. And my nose is still itching. I'm so sorry. It's like that one bit of dust has just done me. And I'm very allergic to dust. So one day I'll read Gifted and Talented. I already have the audiobook. It's like ready to go. I don't know. One day. And we'll see if it's any good. Maybe I'll do a video like giving authors a third chance, like Third Time's the Charm series. Give them a third chance. If it doesn't do well, then I will never try that author again, kind of thing. Okay, number 5 is a book by an author you previously read but didn't really like. So then, of course, you don't want to read this next one. So there are 2. I'm going to go ahead and just throw in. I do this one all the time for stuff, so I'm going to give you another one too. But Ghostwritten by David Mitchell, because I really liked Slade House and I really did not like Atlas 6, or not Atlas 6, Cloud Atlas. Oh, that's funny. They both have Atlas. Cloud Atlas. So I'm kind of scared to read Ghostwritten now because I thought it was going to be more like Slade House, like a longer version of that. But now I'm thinking it's actually going to be more like Cloud Atlas, and I'm really scared because I don't think I'll like it. But let's smell it. Ooh, nice and brown pages. So one day, I mean, it's been on my list for Halloween or like, you know, a spooky season read for a very long time. I don't even think it's spooky, but it's called Ghostwritten. You know, there's a ghost in it. I know that's not what ghostwriting is, but anyway. So maybe one day I'll read this book, but I will give you another one. I will throw in Catabasis. Don't know how to say it, but that one by R.F. Kuang, just because I do want to read it. It sounds really cool about like 2 people, like they're in college or something, and they have to go to hell and go through different levels of hell or something, like almost like a video game level, to find their professor that has gone missing. It's a little bit dark academia, so that's another reason I don't think I'll like it. But I did read the first 1.5 books of the Poppy War trilogy because I liked the first one okay enough. I didn't really like the second one. DNF'd it, and I've never tried anything else by her really, but I know she's really, really, really popular, and she's supposedly a really obviously good writer, and I like good writing, whether the plot's good or not, as long as the writing's good. So maybe I will try this one. Okay, number 6. By the way, I think there's only like 9 questions, so we're getting through these pretty fast. A book on your TBR pile that you're just not in the mood to read. You know, a book that's been on my TBR for a really long time that I've just not been in the mood to read. The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie. This has been on my TBR for years. And in fact, I started it. Look at that. Oh, there's where my Oak Alley bookmark went. Oak Alley Plantation in New Orleans, or like near New Orleans. Okay, so I made it to page 146. I really, really liked this book that I read so far, and I just have to start it over. And everybody talks about this series, and I think Joe Abercrombie would be an author for me, although I tried the book The Devils and didn't really like it. But I think that fact that it's like funny will help as well. It's dark. I think I like that. It's not, I mean, it's kind of Game of Thronesy, like what's it called? You know, where it's dark. Oh my gosh, what's the name for that? Where it's like dark and gritty fantasy that I just blanked on the name of. Anyway, Bloody and Relentless, says George R. R. Martin. Yeah, fantasy, utterly entertaining. So yeah, I think it's more of a contemporary kind of fantasy thing. So I don't know, but I hear that the first book in this trilogy doesn't have much plot, and it's just kind of all characters and just the vibes, and I'm all for that. So I need to read it. I just have to start it over. I don't know why I haven't read it. I've just never been in the mood to read it, but I think I'll really like it, and I've had it for years. So why don't I just read it? Okay, next is number 7, a book on your TBR pile that you haven't read because it's enormous. It's one that my sister-in-law gave me. Sorry, Lydia, if you're watching this. I don't know if you watch my videos or not, but I apologize. And that is Drood by Dan Simmons. Look at this thing. Look at this. I complained about Magnolia Parks being 700 pages. What is this one? Oh, technically it's also only 700 pages. It just looks a lot bigger. Like 770. It's like 770 pages. But it's just enormous. And I feel like the pages are just really tall. Honestly, Fall of Babel probably is longer. But this one is just, it just looks huge. And I'm like, ugh. I've never read anything by Dan Simmons before. I know he wrote Hyperion, which I really, really, really want to read. Oh, wow, this is just falling off there. I also really want to read, I don't know, I feel like there was something else by him. It's like a horror novel, House of Night or something. I can't remember. But anyway, he writes a lot of things, apparently. But this is like about Charles Dickens, but not really. It's based on actual biographical events. Drood explores the still unresolved mysteries of one of our greatest writers, which is Charles Dickens, his dark final days in a profoundly original tale that confirms Lincoln Child's assessment of the New York Times bestselling author Dan Simmons as a giant among novelists. So it's about this guy named Drood who's obsessed with Charles Dickens' last 5 years of his life. And he has nightmares about it or something. And I don't even know. There's crypts and cemeteries, and it sounds really, really cool. And he begins writing a book called The Mystery of Edwin Drood. I don't know. I feel like this is based on real. Yeah, this is based on real stuff. So, I mean, it could be interesting. It's a dazzling journey through a crooked, gaslit labyrinth and a tenebrous portraiture of the tortured minotaurs that dwell within. Genius is the true mystery, and its edge, the abyss. That says Guillermo del Toro that said that about him. So people really like it, obviously, and I think I will. I mean, the vibes sound awesome. In fact, I should have read it for spooky season, so now I'm gonna have to wait till next spooky season to even read it, but it's enormous. So that is why I'm scared of that one. Oh, but usually I don't mind big books. In fact, I have shirts that say I like big books and I cannot lie. So honestly, I love big books, but that one just, I don't know. I just don't know if I'll love it enough to read that much. Books left. A book on your TBR you bought because of the cover. I've mentioned this one before about being like the prettiest cover of all the books I bought last year. I think I got this last year for Christmas. So it's been almost a year that I've had this one. A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon is also enormous. I could have said I was scared of this one because it is over 800 pages, like 850 pages long. So it's even bigger than Drood. It's also super duper heavy, but obviously this is everybody's probably heard of this, the Priory of the Orange Tree. This is the prequel, and I gave Priory of the Orange Tree 4 stars. I liked it fine enough. I wish it had more about the main dragon that was like prophesied to like show up and, you know, destroy the world. I feel like that was just sort of hurried along at the end, and that was really what it was all building up to. But obviously there's going to be dragon stuff in this one too, but is this not the most beautiful cover? I don't even care if it's good. This is just the prettiest cover. Even the spine, the pretty colors, is like the prettiest book I've ever seen. I don't think the naked hardback, no, it's just blue. Nothing exciting there. But as for the front, absolutely beautiful. I'll read it just because it's pretty one day. Which means we are on to the final and hardest question. The book on your TBR you find the most intimidating. It's a tie. I have three books on my TBR that I find the most intimidating. And I'll go through them pretty quickly, because I've talked about them all before, I'm sure. Gardens of the Moon, which is the first Malazan, whatever, book by Steven Erikson. It's the other big, like, epic fantasy series I feel like I've never tackled before, and I just know it's a commitment because there's like 10 books in this series. They all follow like different areas of the world and like different characters, and apparently there's just so much happening and you're just thrown into it, and the world building is of epic proportions. I mean, I think it's one of the most confusing, not really confusing, just the most like, just the biggest, I guess, most epic scope of any epic fantasy ever, it sounds like. I don't know. Reminiscent of George R.R. Martin. It's a punchy, mesmerizing writing style into the genre of epic fantasy. Utterly engrossing. A panoramic scale. I mean, I just think it's a lot. It's a big commitment, and it's going to take a lot of learning, and I don't think I can listen to the audiobook. Because where it is high epic fantasy, I need to be able to focus. I need to be able to go back to this like list of characters here at the beginning, it looks like. I'm sure there's probably a map somewhere. Is there? Is there really no map? What? Is there a map in the back? What? Wait, there's something in the back. Glossary. We got a glossary. I didn't see a map though. I'm actually quite surprised. But I bought this for $1.65. So if I like it, I can continue the series. I know some people I've seen read like a book a month kind of thing. I don't know. But I feel like this is going to take me absolutely forever. Maybe when Ash gets older and have more time to read. Because I don't think I can read that when I'm sleepy at nighttime. Another book I'm so intimidated by that I've started like 3 times, and I just don't know if it's for me, is House of Leaves. It's so intimidating because it's like stories within stories within stories, and it's confusing, and on the back it says it's postmodern, which I absolutely hate. It says it is, where does it mention it? It mentions that thing about, oh, it's a love story by a semiotician. Like, I took a literary theory class in graduate school that was about, well, literary theory, and one of the things we studied was like postmodern theory, and we learned about the semiotics and this theory, Derrida's, or however you say his name, theory of the sign. It's crazy stuff. Like, I hated it. I was not a postmodern fan, and so I feel like everything in this book is things that I probably hated. But of course, everybody knows that House of Leaves is told in a crazy writing style, haunted house kind of vibes. a house that's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, with like a room that, you know, is bigger than it should be, and like a kid goes missing or something, and then somebody else makes a documentary. Did that just say Anne Rice? Oh my gosh, it did. It sure did. Anne Rice, what? Anyway, somebody's making a documentary about this family, and I think that's what, like, you literally see things about the documentary, and then somebody else found the tapes from the documentary and they're writing about it, so it's actually from their point of view, and there's footnotes upon footnotes and pages told upside down and, you know, whatnot. It looks like I've got this far. I've got to page 86 before. I just don't care about that story within a story. All I care about is the house part. So if I can get past all the other stuff, and like, I'm just always confused as to what's happening, and I know I have to start it again, but everybody loves it. I mean, not everybody, it's pretty divisive, I think, but one day I'll read House of Leaves again, maybe spooky season. It's all these spooky books that are apparently intimidating to me. And then the final book is, well, technically the whole series. The whole series is called Book of the New Sun, and the first book is called Shadow of the Torturer by Gene Wolfe. I hear so much about it, and I loved Perdido Street Station so much that this one's always recommended in tandem with Perdido Street Station, so I feel like I have to read it next. But the reason it's so intimidating is I've watched videos about it, and people say that you can read it at different levels. If you want to just read the basic plot about like a person going somewhere on like a journey, you can read that. But then you can go down another level, like it's like an onion and you're peeling the layers back. You can read like a different layer, and then you can read another layer, and then there's just like, it's so deep and apparently so complex. I think it's set really, really far in the future, where it's like, I mean, it's kind of sci-fi, I guess, because I don't know if it's sci-fi or fantasy or a little bit of both, but I think it's like super far in the future, and he talks about things that he doesn't even know how to really describe them, and you as the reader can figure out what they are. Like, oh, he's talking about like a building or like a skyscraper. We didn't realize that that's what he doesn't have that word, skyscraper, because it's so far in the future that everything's been destroyed. I guess it's sort of post-apocalyptic. I don't know. That's literally all I know. So I am intrigued by that for sure, and I don't think each book is very long. At least the first one I don't think is very long. I almost bought them all, but I was like, I don't know if I'll like it or not. So I will read it eventually. Probably out of all of these books, that might be the one I'm most intrigued to read, because Perdido Street Station is like my new favorite book of all time ever. And I just read it this year, so it's so good to find a new 5-star favorite book. And I'm looking for the next one. Maybe this could be it. I don't know. I'm kind of scared. Obviously, I'm intimidated because this is the Intimidating Books TBR. So those are some books I'm intimidated by. We'll see. I think some of them I'll get around to sooner than others. Like, I know I'm going to read the Magnolia Parks book, and one day I'll finish the Fall Babel book. And you know what? I'm definitely going to read the Gene Wolfe, like Shadow of the Torturer, Book of the New Sun thing. The rest of them, I mean, well, Gardens of the Moon, Malazan series, I'll get to that one day when Ash gets older. Now, some of these, I don't know. Maybe I'll never read Day of Fallen Night. Maybe I'll never pick up House of Leaves again. I don't know. We'll just see how much time I have to read in the future. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down below if there's any of these you think I should definitely prioritize if I had to pick them, because obviously my time is limited, so I really need to choose wisely. So thank you guys, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.